Oh, snap. GameStay exclusive, baby. Cause you know we talking about the 5. I play it all the time. 85 shipped. What you people really gonna do about this? It's flying off the shelves. Outsold the Switch 2. What the hell are you people gonna do? I'm sitting with my son, taking your games, bringing all your exclusives back to my land. Just like the Vikings back in the day. Xbox gamers got nothing to play. We stole all your games. You know that you're pissed. Cause PlayStation is the best. Stop hating on PlayStation. Stop hating on PlayStation. Stop hating on PlayStation. Y'all ain't got no games, man. Stop hating on PlayStation.
Here on the Japanese hardware sales, the Switch 2 is at 126,953, and in the PS5 digital is 23,381. Switch OLED model 12,486. So people are still buying Switch OLED, bro.
I thought y'all said that it outsold the Switch 2. Hey, yo, this is very misleading, man. Didn't you say that the PS5 outsold the Nintendo Switch 2? And yet you got the PS5 Pro at the bottom. Look at this.
Still buying the original Switch. Look at PS5 Pro right underneath the Switch OLED at 11,360. So people are buying PS5 Pros in Japan, guys. Crazy stuff, right? And considering how more expensive this thing is, you know what I mean? Like, this is nuts. People are still buying PS5 Pros. So kudos to Sony, man. They're out here trying to keep up on the chart. Has broken records aided by excellent marketing and ample supply. It's proven so successful in its first 6 months on the market.
I mean, we got to take in consideration, that Sony did drop the price of the console. Now, we'll have to see how far that fares into next year. Of course, I would say the PS5 did better. Like you said, they were selling them for $350. The Switch 2 is still priced at $500, and I think a lot of people took that as a time to be like, all right, we got to go get one. And let's not forget GTA 6 next year. Well, potentially, we don't really know that, but I'm just saying it makes sense as to why the PS5. It took for a holiday season with a severe price cut for the PS5 to be able to compete with the Switch 2. In hardware sales, the Switch 2 didn't even have any discounts.
That Mario Maker
but it
has actually increased its forecast for the format.
It outsold the Switch 2 in the fiscal month. Like, bro, of course it did. Y'all priced it down to $100. Come on, man.
Okay, as of the end of
the only time they beat the Switch 2 is when they had a holiday Black Friday sale.
October, the PS5 still rules supreme. It says right here that the game business paywall report.
I don't understand how you guys don't get this. It makes sense. PlayStation was dropping the price. Look, very strong selection of Black Friday deals, which the Switch 2, for at least from what I remember, didn't really have any. At least in regards to Switch 2. Switch 1 did have a few games priced at $30. But come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are grasping so hard to get a W out of this. It's hilarious. You guys are going as far to, like, liquidate your own console on top of the fact of on a Black Friday holiday season, which is the reason why the PS5 even did maybe somewhat remotely better than the Switch, because it's priced much lower than it. It makes sense. But the Switch 2 still sold very well, though. The hardware, at least.
Despite seeing its year-over-year sales decline by 15%, likely due to price hikes, it's keeping its nose in front of the Switch 2 and remains the best-selling console of the year in Britain. Where my Britain boys at? Where my British boys at? How you doing today?
But you said it outsold it, though. It says the Switch 2 remains the best-selling console of the... Bro, you see what I'm saying, man? Why did you ponies do this, bro? Like, I get it, man. I know the sale. Don't worry, you're gonna get your resurgence when Grand Theft Auto 6 come out. Nobody's buying PS5s for exclusives. People figure, oh, it's $350. I might as well get myself involved in the new Call of Duty. You know, I actually heard a lot of people picking up the Call of Duty when I went to GameStop and a bunch of retailers. A lot of people was picking up Call of Duty Black Ops 7 when they were purchasing their PS5. They weren't buying no exclusive games. They weren't. They were buying it for Black Ops 7, and they figured, okay, maybe this is the time to jump in.
Come on, guys. How you doing today, guys?
Oh, no.
I miss y'all guys over there in the U out after Black Friday chaos. Amazon now offers PS5 Pro. Y'all see this right here? At a record low.
Wow.
This
record low?
Cyber Monday. When they say record low,
record low.
$2. So
I gotta get this.
Dropped the price to
nice.
$650.
Oh, okay.
Right? And in Amazon right now have a crazy deal for PS5 Pro at $648.
Hold on, what? $2? Record low? Would you hold on, what? That ain't no record low price. What you talking about? $2? Yeah, record low. Hey, yo, we got the PS5 Pro, you know, at the record low. What? $2? Bruh.
$648 for a PS5 Pro. I'm sorry, bro. That's a steal at $650. Even at $650, it's a steal. But at $648,
what a man would do to save $2 for his hash brown at McDonald's. What a man will sacrifice, bro. Look at this, $2 so you can buy your PS5 and then get yourself a nice, good old coffee to go with it while you're drinking, while you plug it in your PlayStation 5 Pro. $2, record low.
But bro,
record low.
If I did not get a PS5 Pro at $699, I would be buying right now. See, this is the best time to buy. This is why people wait until the holiday season.
Yeah, I definitely waited to see the PS5 Pro drop to an additional less than $2. Now it's worth it, guys. It wasn't worth it at $650, but now at the price of $648, that is worth it. That record low PS5 Pro.
To come around so that they can buy these consoles or buy whatever tech that they want. And guys, look at. Remember the Xbox fanboys about 17 years ago, 16 years ago? Y'all remember? I don't think some of y'all even remember. But a lot of people were talking down about this game. This game right here, if you are a PlayStation enthusiast, if you are a Metal Gear enthusiast, then you will know what I'm talking about. Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 4 was literally the greatest, one of the greatest games ever made.
It wasn't great, bro. Come on, man. That game had nothing. Bro, that game had nothing but cutscenes, bro. I was so disappointed when I got that game at launch when it dropped on the PS. Bro, that game was terrible, bro. I mean, I would like to see it on modern platforms just because I did like the online multiplayer, though. But I'm just saying, man, that game sucked, bro. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4, like, it pales in comparison to the original, Twin Snakes, Sons of Liberty. I'm sorry, bro. I don't put Metal Gear Solid 4 there, man. That game was garbage. Gun of Patriots, that game was so terrible. They only say it's the greatest because it happened to be a PS3 exclusive.
Criticized for too many cutscenes.
Yeah.
Boring. All this and that, right? Not enough gameplay.
Yep, sounds like your typical PlayStation exclusive.
Much like a movie.
Yeah.
The Metal Gear Solid 4 was absolutely incredible.
Trash.
It showed you exactly what the PS3 could do. I love that game so much.
Really? I thought it was Uncharted.
For so many times. And this is why I have to represent my lineage. This is why I have to represent my ancestors.
Hold on. Hold on, what? Ancestors? Hold on. Did this man talk about his ancestors? Hold on, what?
I have to represent my lineage. This is why I have to represent my ancestors.
That man looked nothing like your ancestors. What is this man talking about, bro? That's MBG on the cover. That's his game. Everyone knows MBG. He's the real Metal Gear fan, not you. You don't even got a poster on the back of your wall.
I'm buying.
Talk
Metal
about
Gear
my ancestors.
Solid Delta. I had
lineage, which is third party. That's what your lineage is. Third party in ancestry.
Had to. I waited. I'm late to the party, but I had to get it because I love.
How you gonna be late to the party if you're a part of the lineage? You got this man out here taking these WWE takes, so he's a part of the bloodline of The Rock.
Some of my best memories was playing MGS. No memory card, pushing the consoles onto the bed. The original...
no memory card? What?
Metal Gear.
So what you mean, though? That means you missed one of the key components of the game, where there's a part in Metal Gear where it would read the stuff that you had on your memory card. You played this game without no memory card?
Finished that long time ago when I was a youngin'. Okay. You know what I'm saying? With no memory card. My dad, if you're watching this, sorry, but I had to push my PS1 underneath the bed. Sorry for running up the light bill, but your boy had to do what he had to do. And then going to the PlayStation 2, I actually did the same thing as well. So some of my best memories growing up as a kid
leaving his console on
Metal Gear. So Metal Gear will always have a special place.
I mean, Metal Gear was a good franchise back in the days. I personally thought 1, 2, Snake Eater, I think those in particular, but 4 was trash. 4 was garbage, man. I'm sorry. I like the Twin Snakes, which was a remake of the first. Like, that game was trash, bro. Like, any real Metal Gear fan, like you've said, it had a bunch of cutscenes, just like your very typical PlayStation exclusive. The game was garbage, man. I'm very surprised. And like I said, I would love to still see it on modern hardware. Don't get it twisted. I mean, at the end of the day, I think people should have a right to play it, but it's, in my opinion, one of the worst Metal Gear games ever made.
My heart. And hearing this kind of news right here, guys, for those of you who are old school, you had a PS3, you had a PS2, you had a PS1, so on and so forth, even a PS4. Guys, this is legendary news right here. I'm really hoping that something happens, and it's probably a ways off, because Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater has done quite well for Konami, earning accolades and selling over 1 million copies within its first week.
That's not good. That's not good. You're like, what, GameStop? So you always complain. Bro, what do you guys don't understand? 1 million copies? 1 million. Well, that's good, GameStop. Multiple platforms? Oh, snap, I see. I see what you're saying. This isn't... People are buying less and less games, no matter how many times you people don't want to admit it. 1 million? 1 million. The game dropped on... Listen to what I'm saying, because you guys don't take things in perspective, okay? Look, it dropped on PS5, it dropped on Xbox Series X, and it also dropped on PC. These are 3 major platforms that this game came on, and you're telling me that it only sold 1 million? Come on now. Come on now.
Goes to show you how people love
that sold worse than Astrobot, and Astrobot was only on 1 system.
Metal Gear. I love Metal Gear, especially on the GameCube.
I mean, I've had people tell me they bought the game for the online because it was $35 and ain't nobody playing it.
I remember Twin Snake. Some of y'all were too young, running around in diapers when the GameCube came out. Let's call it for what it is. You feel me? And some of y'all didn't even play Metal Gear Solid Twin Snake. You didn't play Metal Gear Solid 2 or 1. Some of y'all were too young to even remember that. But, you know, for those of you who were older and well aware, Mullen.
And this is why we don't see these franchises, man. You guys keep saying that we want these franchises back. Now, I don't know if it did successful enough due to the budget, but understand, there's a reason why they don't bring out sequels to your very beloved titles. Because you know why? Because people ain't buying them. You guys can sit there and say, well, this is real gaming. Well, guess what? The vast majority, where's the real PlayStation fans that played Snake Eater back then? Where they at? Why is this game selling at 1 mil? That is embarrassing, bro. No wonder Microsoft's pushing Game Pass. Y'all not buying games. This game dropped on 3 major platforms: Series X, PS5, and PC. You're not gonna sit there and damage control to me and act like, oh, those are good numbers. These games sold far better back in the days with no publicity. You know what? You guys say that gaming is supposed to be bigger now than it was back then. So now you have to explain why these games sold better on a system with no publicity, no promotion, no advertisement, right? With none of this. No technology to be able to look things up and figure things. People are buying less games in general. From Switch 2, Xbox, and PS5. And this further proves it. Silent Hill F sold about the same. So it seems like there's only about 1 million of you hardcore gamers out there in general on all platforms. Because if you notice, Silent Hill F sold 1 million. It did. Xbox, PS5, and PC. This game also sold 1 million. So that would also, for me, assume that there's only 1 million of hardcore gamers from all platforms. Because the sales are staying very similar. Silent Hill F sold 1 million in a week. This game sold 1 million in a week. So that, to me, translates that these must be old heads that can't get over the past. That's what it sounds like to me. You guys can't leave that era alone. You can't. But the problem is your 1 million is scattered between PC, Xbox, and PS5. This is embarrassing. And I don't think the Switch 2 would have helped this game either. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. As much as you guys want to keep capping that that people are buying games like they're not, bro. I'm telling you, man, they're not. Xbox One and PS4, people was buying games. They're not doing it anymore. Take care, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Peace out.